The last thing we were was drowning. Our child died, and we'd been underwater for a year on our way to the bottom of the sea. It's what grief can do. It can take you there, said the grief people, the ones who hit the seafloor before us, the ones who beat us to the mermaid bar. Grief also can be like a glacier, they said. Glaciers are melting. It's that global warming thing. So there's all this water. It's got to go somewhere. One day we all could be underwater. We all could be grieving. We all could be drowning, the grief people told us. But as glaciers melt, they shrink. And as they shrink, they expose what's beneath them. Glaciers can unearth whole new worlds. The grief people seem to be talking less about grief. A new world can mean a new life, they said. Sure enough, when the water receded, or the grief did, because a glacier shrunk, or something did, it revealed a little landmass. An island with a Ferris wheel, a photomat, and a few life forms, algae, aquatic flora, birds, already beginning to reach toward the sun, or the belief in one. Without the cover of water, we no longer were two people walking on eggshells or the undersea equivalent. We began stomping on them. No longer two people making small talk or two people not talking at all. We made angry, sweeping statements about each other. No longer two people sinking like stones. We were castaways cursed with clear lungs and airways. No longer two people drowning. We were searching for a way to get back to the bottom of the sea, to get back to drowning. As uncomfortable as it was comfortable down there, I said, drenched. Yeah, it felt right, she said, dripping. You don't mean this, said the grief people, handing us sun hats. It's the grief talking, you know. This is what we knew. We were soulmates until the soul music died, lovers until the rabbit died, friends until the conversation died, parents until our child died. We didn't know who we were now, but we weren't us. Submerged, barely breathing, flailing and not putting up a fight. That's us, I said. It is, she said. Beats trying to make a go of it on an island with a fucking photomat. Hey, it's a living, the photomat guy said, peeking out from his pyramid-shaped kiosk. The Ferris wheel operator said whoop-de-doo with his right index finger. Heads down, the grief people pulled sun hats over their eyes and pretended to study the island's sand. The island life forms, the Goonie birds in particular, mock serenaded us as we headed toward an inlet we hoped would lead us back to the bottom of the sea. They sang that one James Carr song, the one about giving water to, no, pouring water on, a resigned man, a flailing man, a drowning man, a man like me, a woman like her, people like us. To the mermaid bar, we said in unison, the water pulling us close, hugging us like a child the way we remembered it could, our respiratory roots exposed, our weighted hearts a glacier in tow.